Hello, and welcome to Sci-Hi. I think it's working. Sci-Hi by Rebecca Slit. Chapter 1, Hide and Seek. It's not a game. Obviously. Lots of people don't think you're serious about what you do just because you're 16. But being young doesn't mean you can't take things seriously or do anything important. Maybe you don't have an investigator's license or a police badge, but you still have a job to do. You help the people of Keensport High solve their problems. What's more, you have a reputation to uphold, and in high school there's nothing more important than your reputation. If someone suspects a boyfriend or girlfriend is cheating on them, or if they need a missing item found, they come to you. That's what you're doing right now. Your friend Haley Johnson's iPhone has gone missing, and she's asked to help find out what happened. You thread your way through the crowded corridors on the way to the cafeteria. All around you, the sounds of high school echo off the poster-covered cinder block walls. Are you going to Keensport, Cones? Text me. We're gonna win the game on Saturday. Yeah! Can I ask you a few questions for the school paper? Can I? Can I? Wait, that last one was directly to you. You look down to see a weedy little ninth grade boy. He has to be at least 14 if he's in high school, but he only looks about 11. With a notebook and a painfully sincere expression, I'm doing a survey about the quality of food in the cafeteria. Can I ask you a few questions? Talking to this kid would delay your mission to find Haley's phone. You don't want to lose any time. On the other hand, if there's any delay, Haley would understand. It's this one. She's the editor of the Keene Sport Gazette, so talking to him would help her out too. How do you respond? Sure, I give him my full attention. Like I said, Haley will understand. And I honestly want to help this kid. I'll have to be quick. I don't want to be mean, but I can't delay for too long. I breeze on by, pretending I didn't hear him. I can't let anything divert me from my goal. I push him out of the way. That's what you're supposed to do to Frosh, isn't it? That's too fucking mean, even for me. Sure, okay. The boy's face lights up with a grin that's equal parts happy and surprised. Apparently, the poor guy isn't used to people treating him with so much courtesy. You're happy to have gone against his expectations in the case. He reels off his questions with cheerful enthusiasm, and you do your best to answer. But as soon as he's done, you hurry off down the hall. You'll really need to rush if you want to make up time for the time you've lost here. I can't English. Why do you do this? Why do you spend so much time that could be used for other things, studying, partying, sports, on helping other people solve their problems? It's the right thing to do. They're in trouble, and if I can help, I should help. I need the money. I want them to owe me favors. It's less about what I can do for them than about what they can do for me. I love the intellectual challenge of solving mysteries. That's a reward in itself. Uh, yeah, that one actually sounds more like me. Um, there's something really satisfying about watching all the pieces fall into place, isn't there? That's why you're in the case right now. Okay, you need quiet for this part. That means you'll need privacy, which means you'll have to hide in the broom closet. Not very dignified, but it'll get the job done. You close your eyes and focus on the image of Haley's iPhone. The shiny blue case, the initials HLJ engraved on the back. Okay, so I'm picturing what her iPhone looks like. Shiny blue initials engraved. Okay. Your breathing slows, your mind clears, and you see. Just as clearly as it were right in front of you, you get an image in your mind of Haley's iPhone. It's in the outer pocket of a backpack, heading away from you down the hall. Whose backpack? You focus with all your might, trying to hold the wavering picture in your mind as you look beyond the iPhone, trying to see more, the color, the backpack, the person carrying it, and the image fizzles out, vanishing from your mind as if you were waking up from a dream. It's gone. You're going to have to get closer if you want to get a better psychic image. Oh, so I'm psychic. Um, okay. That's the other thing about Keensport High. Some of the students are different. You don't say. Your small town of Keensport, Massachusetts, of course it's in fucking Massachusetts, on the northern coast of Cape Cod, has always had a reputation for being a little spooky. Summer tourists like to take the haunted walk through the old colonial graveyard and look for ghost lights in the harbor. And year-rounders say some witches from the Salem trials hid out in Keenesport. We used to laugh at them until a couple months ago. Late last summer, a few of your friends came back from the beach talking about weird things. Caitlin was about to get swamped by a wave when she actually pushed the water away with her hand. Mike was reaching for his suntan lotion and the bottle flew into his hand. Everyone else thought they must have gotten too much sun and laughed it off. But when more and more people started telling similar stories, everyone stopped laughing. You realized something was going on with you when you were in driver's ed. You were going towards an intersection and wondered whether there were any cars coming from the side street. And just as you had the thought, you could see it. Another car speeding towards the intersection, too fast to stop, clearly about to run the stop sign. What did he do? I hit the brakes as fast as I could. Good thing to have quick reflexes. I tried to see more. I had no idea what was going on, but I wanted to learn more. I yelled stop as I was terrified someone was going to get hurt. I would probably hit the brakes, I guess. Your foot smashed down on the brake pedal and the other car sped by. Good reflexes, Your teacher praised you as you sat there gasping. But you know it wasn't reflexes. Not entirely. Clairvoyance, that's what it's called, according to the website you found that evening, after your hand stopped shaking enough for you to type. Okay, hang on. Okay, I wanted to make sure my thingy was recording my fucking screen. um, okay, right, I just finished this part. Um, about a quarter of the students at Keenesport High have abilities like yours. No adults do, as far as you know, and no younger kids either. A lot of people who have powers tend to stick together, safety in numbers after all. And it's hard to spend a lot of time with people when you can't talk to them about something as huge as this. You're lucky your best friend has abilities too, or you don't know what you'd have done in these last few months. You haven't even told your parents. Oh my god, that's a lot of reading. Not many people talk about their powers at all. If they do, it's only with other kids who have them. Because really, who would believe you if you told them? It's not like you can go to your doctor and say, I'm not feeling very well, I have a touch of clairvoyance. Um, I mean, my doctor wouldn't, but okay. Some kids are worried that if anyone finds out, you'll all be taken away to be studied in some government lab. Other people keep their powers secret because they're embarrassed at having anything about themselves that's different. After all, when you get snickered at for wearing the wrong kind of boots or having the wrong hairstyle, what would happen if you suddenly started talking about how you can see around corners? There are already some whispers around Keenesport High about freaks and superhero wannabes. So there's a pretty wide range of opinions about these abilities. Do you really want to keep yours a secret? No, my ability is a gift. I wish we could all be more open about our powers so we could help more people. Yes, I'm really uncomfortable with it. I hate being different and I only use my powers when I have to. Yes, the fewer people who know about these abilities, the more powerful those of us who have them will be. It doesn't matter as long as I can learn about more about my ability. It's fascinating. It is what it is, to be honest. And that's exactly what you're doing. Over the last few months, you found all kinds of new things you can do with your ability. You can see people and places that are much farther away than you could at first, and you think you've even started to be able to pick up on people's thoughts. That's a horrifying thought, to be honest. So that's why Haley asked you to help find out what happened to her iPhone. Not only do you have a reputation for being able to solve problems, you're also getting a reputation for having the right kind of ability to do it. Nobody at Keenesport High wants their abilities to be too public, but there's always gossip. People who want to find you always can. Even though Haley's the editor of the school newspaper, the Keenesport Gazette, she's very discreet. She hates that some kids are getting harassed because of their abilities. She hates any kind of injustice or discrimination. And she's always writing anti-bullying editorials, but she'll keep her secrets as long as you want her to. You know you can trust her. Can I? Can I really trust her? Plus, Haley offered to pay you. She's rich enough that she can afford to do that. Rich enough that she could probably afford a new phone too. But she had a lot of notes for her newspaper articles on the one that got stolen, so she really needs it back. Or maybe she has notes on every fucking person with abilities. Um, and you really need that money. Things are tight at home. Your parents were hit pretty hard by the recession, and while there's usually enough to cover all the bills, there's never much more than that. As if that weren't bad enough, you're a junior, so you have to start thinking about college. Tuition for a really good private university is easily as much as one of your parents' mates in a year. And even the state schools are raising their rates every year. Keensport High has a couple of scholarships, the Keensport Scholar Award and the Athlete Award, to help students fund their college educations. If you win one of those scholarships, your tuition at the University of Massachusetts will be fully paid. But if you don't, you need to find some other kind of scholarship because without a lot of financial aid, you probably won't be able to afford to go to college. And then, and ugh, and in the meantime, you're saving every penny you can. So here you are in the broom closet trying to help Haley find her missing phone. You don't like to use your phone. You don't. I can't fucking English today at all. You don't like to use your ability in public places. You kind of space out when you're using it, and you don't want to call attention to yourself or walk into walls. As soon as you've gotten a good look at the phone with your clairvoyance, you start to head back to into the hall. There's a mirror on the inside of the door, and you check yourself in it on the way out. What do you see? Who do I see in the mirror? Um, I don't even fucking remember who I saw earlier. I think it was a boy, probably a boy. A boy who is really preppy and put together, crisp button-down shirt, neatly pressed khakis loafers. Would never be caught without my varsity jacket. There's a height of trendiness, pants from Abercrombie, striped shirt, bomber jacket. No, it's horrible. Would never blend in with the crowd and would never want to. I'm all in black with ripped jeans, combat boots, spiked up. Oh, who is in the mirror? It's fucking me. Okay. I am fucking dumb. Okay, it's me in the mirror. Okay. See, I don't really pay attention. I'm a great detective. As a little bohemian, lot comfortable, wearing cargo pants, a tie-dye t-shirt, and sandals. I would fucking rock that, to be honest. Doesn't mind blending in. I don't pay much attention to what I wear. T-shirt and jeans, or it's fine for me. No, it doesn't. I fucking hate jeans. I hate pants in general. I guess we can go bohemian because I haven't worn black since I was in high school. Actually, what's your first name? Darius, Evan, Josh, Pedro, Xander, something else. Let's go with something else because those are not my names. Let's check in Andy. Yeah. What's your last name? Something else. My last name is ah lately. Yeah, that's my fucking name. Okay, Andy, you know roughly where the iPhone is and which direction it's heading. But you need to figure out who's carrying it. What's your plan? My clairvoyance is my most powerful tool. I'll find another quiet place to hide so I can focus my mind again. No, that's bad. It's a school. You won't be able to find it. Or a quiet place. I'm good at reading. Oh, I'm good at reading people's expressions and body language. I'll watch carefully to see who's acting furtive or guilty. No. Everyone's got their own secrets. You fucking said it before. I fucking said it before. I've got loads of friends. I'll ask around to find if anyone's seen talking to Haley earlier. That's reasonable. That's sensible. No matter what happens in Keensport High, someone will have seen it and someone will be gossiping about it. You just have to ask the right person, and you know exactly who the right person might be. Or in this case, people. Lisa Hargrove and Dave Sanders are dating each other, and they're easily the best connected people in the junior class. They know everyone and talk to everyone. And okay, they're the biggest gossips in the school. They know everyone. Oh, wait, I just read that one. You learned that lesson last summer when you decided to have a small July 4th cookout, 4th of July. Invited Lisa and Dave and found 25 extra people in your tiny backyard. Dave and Lisa don't spread secrets in a mean way. They just love talking and don't really get when to not talk. They need to keep their mouth shut. Mouth shut. So you've learned not to trust them with your secrets, but when you're trying to solve problems, they're really good sources of information. Even better, their lockers are right near yours, and you know they always come back there before lunch. All you have to do is wait. You spin the combination of your locker and open the door, pretending to look for something inside. There's some old poem you read once that says the eyes are the windows to the soul, but in Keensport High, it's the locker door that takes the room. Everyone fills the inside of their locker door with photos and mementos, pictures cut out from magazines, and all kinds of personal things. Oh my god, I'm taking forever depositing. So what do you have in yours? What's the item that says the most about who you are and how you spend your time? The program from last year's school play, I had the lead. The blue ribbon from last year's state championship soccer game, fuck no. My notification letter for the National Merit Scholarship competition, probably. An invitation to my friend Casey's Sweet 16 party. It's going to be the party of the year. A reminder for next week's AV Club meeting, we're going to be testing out a new video camera. I fucking guess. I don't fucking know. I didn't do shit in high school. I was boring. I took French honors society and poetry club and comic book club and um gay straight alliance thing and fuck, I don't fucking know. Cooking club, yeah, that was fun. Okay. The AV club is one of the smallest clubs at Kingsport High, and you wouldn't have it any other way. We like being part of a small group with exclusive knowledge. The AV club studies photography, video recording, and editing, and even broadcast engineering. You got pretty good at working with technology, and you're getting better grades in math and science. Being in the AV club also means you've gotten good at fading into the background. Good photographers are never seen. This is very true. Okay. No, because I fucking write. I'm a head editor for a magazine, and photographers aren't really seen. Um, okay, so that's what you love. What makes it fun to come to school every day, but it's time to be honest. What makes you want to crawl back under the covers and hide forever when you think about it? What part of school do you just hate? Actually talking to people, I'm always saying the wrong thing, or I'm too shy to say anything at all. Gym class, I'm horribly unathletic. I'll always pick last for every team. Popularity contest. Somehow I always lose. I wouldn't say I wasn't popular, but I wasn't popular, but I wasn't unpopular. I knew everyone. Everyone kind of knew me. Um, I think I can get along with everyone. I generally hated gym class. I still fucking hate it. I'm not even in high school or in college anymore. I fucking hate it with passion. Oh my god, sucks, doesn't it? You rummage casually through your locker, waiting for Lisa and Dave to come by, so you can ask them your questions. After a minute or two, you catch a flicker of movement out of the corner of your eye. It's them. You look up and can't help admiring the view. Dave and Lisa are sure to be voted cutest couple in the yearbook, and not just because they're adorably attached to each other. They're easily the most attractive people in the school. But are you checking out Lisa or Dave? Whichever one you're attracted to, it's okay. Keensport is a pretty friendly and safe space for LGBT people because it's so close to Provincetown and a generally open-minded region. Your best friend has two moms, there's town pride every year, and nobody would blink at two boys or two girls going out to prom together. So which one is it? Is it Lisa? Is it Dave? Or is it both? Um, well, I kind of want to know what the hell they look like first. But let's say Dave to be honest. Nope, sorry, because I am gay. The view is very nice. Lisa has spotted you, although fortunately it doesn't look like she's noticed exactly where you're looking. Oh, hey, Andy, Lisa says with her usual friendly smile. How are you? Oh, hey, David echoes almost in unison with Lisa. They come to a stop hand in hand and give you matching smiles. Okay, you've gotten their attention. Now it's time to ask your questions. Do you know if Haley's around? You begin. I need to talk to her about something, but I couldn't find her. Oh, is this about one of your cases, David? Dave perks up immediately. The way he says case, he sounds like a little kid playing detective. Have we seen Haley? Lisa repeats softly. I was in chemistry with her. That was first period before the phone was stolen. No good. What about after that, you ask? You prompt. I think we started talking to Will, didn't we? She turns to Dave, looking for confirmation. Will Nichols? Something tugs at the back of your mind. Nothing to do with your special ability, just an old-fashioned sense that something is a little off here. What do you ask him next? Are you sure it was Will? I didn't think Haley was friends with him. That doesn't sound right. Why should I believe you? I knew you'd be able to help. You've got proof, right? Uh, okay, let's go with the first one, because that sounds sort of reasonable. Oh, yeah, there's so much reading. Why did I do this? Will Nichols, Dave repeats. I recognize his backpack. He's got one of those little bears on it. You know, the Grateful Dead patch things that he sold at Bingham's last year. I fucking hate the Grateful Dead. Not because I think their music, it's just one of those things, you know? Didn't most people take off the patches at the end of the last year? Lisa asks. There's a disappointed note in her voice, and she sighs wistfully as she adds, they were really cute. Yeah, they did, Dave agrees. Or they got new backpacks. Some students at Kingsport can afford new backpacks every year, straight from LL Bean, mostly, and they generally look down on the kids who can't. Dave isn't exactly snobby, but he's got money and tends to forget not everyone does. As in, you don't. You can't afford fancy backpacks every year, and apparently the person with the bear patch can't either, which would fit, if it's well. Will Nichols has a Grateful Dead bear on his backpack, you ask. Are you sure? Wow, Andy, comes a sarcastic drawl from behind you. Asking about asking around about those bears, you've actually managed to get your style all the way to last year. You know who it is without even turning around. Mackenzie Lane. I feel like she's gonna be the biggest bitch. I'm right. She's a self-appointed queen bee of the soul, beautiful, popular, on the cutting edge of every trend, and very, very rich. Her parents owned the Wave Crescent, Kingsport's swankiest beachfront resort. She moved here in fifth grade, and you've hated each other pretty much the whole time. I fucking knew it. That fucking bitch Mackenzie. Don't ever trust Mackenzie. Ever. But why? What did you do to her? Or what did she do to you? More people came to my 12th birthday party than hers, and she's resented. Oh my god, I wish I had friends. She made fun of my best friend Andrew. I'm fucking Andrew. Let's fucking go with that one. Fuck you. Fuck you, Mackenzie. Honestly, I have no idea. Sometimes you just don't like people, you know? That could be true, but fuck this bitch. Nobody hurts your best friend and gets away with it. You didn't have any opinions about Mackenzie one way or another at first, but when she was mean to Andrew, it put her permanently in your books. Well, the bitch is probably bad looking too. At least you could take comfort in knowing it's nothing personal. Mackenzie looks down on everyone and always has. She scoffs at people who are less wealthy than she is, which is pretty much everyone. Less trendy than she is. Ditto, because really, who else in Kingsport goes to New York Fashion Week with that fucking bitch? Less anything than she is. But most of all, Mackenzie scoffs at people who have powers. She's never gone so far as to call the cops on anyone or even to out anyone, but in the last few months you've heard her muttering about freaks in a new way. Of course, Mackenzie continues airily. That's only what I'd expect for someone who shops at Goodwill. Bitch, fuck you. Goodwill is amazing to shop at. That's the other thing about Mackenzie. She always knows just where to hit, so it hurts the most. Something shrivels inside of you as she flounces away. Um, where am I? Uh, fuck. My thingy just popped up. Uh, something shrivels inside of you as she flounces away, and you swear you hear snickers from somewhere in the crowd. You're not going to let her get away with that, are you? Am I? Am I? No way. I've got a cutting retort already. Who the fuck says retort if you're not fucking writing? uh, no way. If I step just right, I can trip her. I'll let her think she's gotten away with it. I'll get back at her when she least expects it. I don't have time to get caught up in sniping at Mackenzie. I've got a job to do. Yeah, I guess I will let her get away with it. To be honest, I probably would let her get away. Nah, fuck her. Fuck that bitch. I'm gonna get her later. Bitch. Ooh, very calculating. What will you do? Put an embarrassing picture of her on Facebook? Maybe. Slip an anonymous note in her locker. Spread a rumor that her diamond earrings are fakes. I don't think I'm popular enough to say her earrings are fake. I'm gonna put an embarrassing photo of her on Facebook. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna be a fucking bully. She'll never know what hit her. Thanks, you tell Dave and Lisa. You are a huge help. I owe you one. You turn back to your own locker, ah, grateful for the chance to look away of what you think. You have to admit, you're not surprised Will Nichols is a thief. Will's ability is a pretty useful one. He can make people forget the last 30 seconds. He mostly uses it to cover for people whose abilities are too conspicuous, which is one reason you've all managed to fly under the radar. But in the last few weeks, he's starting to push his boundaries a little more. He thought he was only playing pranks on people, making teachers forget what they were saying in the middle of class, pretending to teleport across the room by making everyone forget where he was. But apparently gone even further. He probably just asked Haley if he could see something on her phone that made her forget she'd even given to him. It's pretty unsettling, isn't it? It's more than unsettling, it's dangerous. If word gets out Will's using his ability to commit crimes, it puts us all at risk. It really is. We should be using our powers to help people, not to commit crime. I don't think you have to help everyone. Um, a little. It's definitely wrong to steal, but I understand how Will feels. It sucks to not be able to afford nice things. Not really. If Will's figured out how to use his powers for his own advantage, good for him. Isn't that what I'm doing? But I'm helping people. Will is stealing. There's no right answer here. Fuck this. Uh, you struggle with the same feelings, but it looks like Will chose a more direct way of dealing with them. You now know Will's got Haley's phone, or at least you're sure enough that you're willing to go find him. Keensport High is small enough that everyone can eat lunch at the same time, but big enough that the cafeteria is always packed, and the shabby low hanging drop ceiling makes the room feel even more crowded. The noise of laughter and clattering trays echoes off the paneled walls, which are painted in Keensport colors, blue and gold. That's a shitty color scheme. You push your way past the lines of people waiting for mystery meat stew. Not even your magical abilities can identify. I wouldn't blame it. I mean, fucking, I never ate school lunch. Cluster of people discussing the latest episode of Vampire Diaries shit show, so you can start scanning the crowds for a while. Yeah, I don't really watch a lot of TV to be honest. There he is. You can see his shaggy brown hair and slightly batter outfit, batter blue backpack with that bear patch sewn onto it. He's trying to act casual and mostly succeeding. At the same time, you're looking for, well, someone else is looking for you too. Haley hurries up, offering you a quiet, Andy, it's good to see you. She's a little shorter than you are, with deep brown skin, serious dark eyes, and hair done up in countless tiny neat braids. Oh, I have a perfect vision of her right now. The gaze she turns towards you now has the same intensity she brings to her journalistic investigations. Have you got anything? You nod, flashing her a quick grin. 2 more minutes and I'll have your phone back. I just need to check one more thing. Confronting him directly right now might be risky. What if he runs or tries to use his power to make you forget you were talking to him? It might be better to follow him for a little while longer so you can watch him. You know just the person to help you do that. Your best friend, Andrew Faulkner. My name is not Faulkner. Of all the people in Kingsport High, you trust Andrew the most. You've been best friends with him ever since you were in kindergarten. How did it all begin? What happened in kindergarten to start off your friendship? I have like no elementary friends really. Um, he picked me first for his kickball team at recess. He shared his crowns with me and didn't get mad when I accidentally broke one. We told each other not jokes. It made so much noise laughing that the teacher put us in timeout, but we didn't care because we were having so much fun. On the first day of school, I cried because I missed my mom, and I was a fucking crybaby in kindergarten. That much I remember. That's how it happened, and you've been inseparable ever since. You're always over at each other's houses. His moms have become surrogate parents to you, and your mom and dad to him. In third grade, when you broke your arm, Andrew stayed with you in the nurse's office until your dad came to take you to the hospital. In seventh grade, when Andrew was upset because he didn't make the show choir, you took him out for ice cream to make him feel better. Of course, he made show choir next year. He had an incredible singing voice. And the night before you started high school, you and Andrew went to your elementary school playground and swung on the swings for hours. Neither of you said a word about how nervous you both were about starting high school, but you didn't need to. Each of you knew, ho- each of you just knew how the other was feeling, without needing any special abilities. Last summer, when you had your first episode of clairvoyance, the first thing you did after you got home was text Andrew to tell me you needed to talk. But when you picked up your phone, you saw there was already a message from Andrew saying he needed to talk to you. Andrew had an odd experience that day too. When he was walking around downtown, he saw Mackenzie coming out of the store and wanted to get away. But Mackenzie didn't seem to notice Andrew at all. In fact, she walked straight past him without even noticing. It wasn't that Mackenzie was pretending not to notice Andrew so she could snub him. It was that Mackenzie didn't see him. Turns out Andrew's special ability is invisibility. Hey, fucking mine too. I mean, look how many people are watching this video right now. So you and Andrew have been through a lot. Do you feel your friendship is still as strong as it's ever been? Of course, there's never going to be anyone who knows me as well as Andrew does. I can't imagine not being friends with him. Definitely, sure, we're into different things now, but we got so much history that we'll always be friends. I feel like we're going apart. I don't want to tell them though. Yeah, I think that one's true. That better be true. um, it's really rare to have a friendship like yours, and you know exactly how lucky you are to have it. You might be growing apart. These days, it feels like Andrew calls you a lot more than you call him. But you definitely have a past, and that counts for a lot. Ugh, there's so much reading. My mouth is getting sore. I don't even talk this much at work. No matter what happens, you know Andrew always has your back. You're sure he will help you by following Walt invisibly for a little while. You catch sight of Andrew across the room. Near the windows, he is tall and blond, always easy to spot. I am not tall and blond in real life. I have black hair. Um, just as you're about to wave to him, though, he stops. And then it's like he's talking to the principal, Mr. Pierce. Or rather, Mr. Pierce is talking to him, and he is not happy. Not that Mr. Pierce is ever really happy. Randall Pierce is a new principal. He just started this year, and he's full of plans to turn Keensport High around. Raising standardized test scores, making sure everyone gets into college, reducing behavior problems, making Keensport High the best school in the whole state. The highest praise you can possibly get from him is to be called a model citizen. He's very big on citizenship. There are rumors he wants to run for governor in a couple of years. When you see him now, he's standing over Andrew, somehow managing to look even taller than him, even though he's a couple of inches shorter. I've got your number, Faulkner, Mr. Pierce says, beady eyes full of suspicion. You think you can get away with things? You think you can just steal from people and nobody will ever see you? Wait, what? Fear thumps in your chest. Just how much does Mr. Pierce know about students' abilities? Does he really know about Andrew's? Does he know about yours? And does he really think about Andrew stealing the iPhone? It's entirely wrong. But you don't have time to worry about that right now. Will's seen Mr. Pierce yelling at Andrew too, and he's starting to slink away, which means you're almost certainly right. He was the one who stole Haley's phone. You also know Andrew can't really defend himself. He's way too shy. You recognize the deer in the headlight look in his eyes, and you know there's no way he's going to be able to speak up. So it's up to you. What are you going to do about it? Grab Will, start hauling over to Mr. Pierce, step in, start talking. I got a plan. I got a clever plan. You do? You always do. Hey, Haley, you call. Catch. What? For a second, Haley's confused at your sudden change of direction, but she does what you're supposed to do when someone says catch. She raises her hat and catches. And what she catches is your phone, which you've just thrown at her. The cafeteria is dead silent right now, and all eyes are on you, including Mr. Pierce's beady eyes. Beady eyes make me laugh. Hey, zip it. Zip it. Um, the cafeteria is dead silent, and oh wait, I just wrote that. What's your ringtone? You ask Haley. That's when the light bulb goes on over her head. Metaphorically, of course. To literally turn lights on and off, you need your friend Jessica to use her ability. Oh my god. This is an amazing school, to be honest. A slow grin crosses Haley's face as she says somewhere over the rainbow and starts to dial your phone. Across the room, Will's face pales. He starts to bolt, except it's really hard to bolt when there's a crowd of gawkers around you. The opening notes that somewhere over the rainbow comes bouncing up into the cafeteria. From Will's backpack, of course. Dun dun, dun dun. Oh, I got an achievement. To catch a thief. It's all over after that. Will can't possibly get away, not with the entire high school and Mr. Pierce right there. In a few seconds, Will's in front of the principal, and Andrew is dodging behind you to get away. You're a lawbreaker, Nichols, says Mr. Pierce. Each consonant too sharply enunciated. Every word spoken clearly enough that it can be heard across the whole cafeteria. Nobody does that. My school gets away with it. I'm going to call the. I'm going to go call the police. For now, report to room 14. Miss Clay will supervise you until the police arrive. Those are the words that would send a chill through any keen sport student. Room 14 is the detention room, and Miss Clay is the person most likely to be on duty there. She's the fiercest and most intimidating of the math teachers. I fucking hate math. I fucking hate people who say maths. Um, as well slinks away, and the buzz cafeteria noise starts to rise around you again. Mr. Pierce fetches you with a very intense stare. Piercing, even you'd say, if you weren't aware of what a horrible pun that is. That is fucking horrible. And if you weren't feeling the faintest of shivers up your spine as he says, I'm watching you lately. Mr. Pierce moves away, and everyone can breathe again. As the mood returns to normal, people start pressing in, congratulating you, chattering about what's just happened, consoling Andrew, celebrating with Haley. Through it all, Andrew is right by your side. Thank you, he says, his voice quiet as always, but close enough that you have no trouble hearing. I knew you'd come through. You can tell he's pretty shaken. You give Andrew a reassuring smile and say, I never let anything bad happen to you. Not if there's anything I can do to help. Just doing my job. You would have been okay even if I weren't there. That's fucking not true. Andrew's smile grows a little stronger. Thanks, he says. You're a good friend. How could you possibly think you're the thief? Anyone who knows you at all would know you'd never do anything like that. No idea, says Andrew, but he lowers his voice even more. Did you hear what he said about not being seen? Do you think Andrew trails off, his worried expression finishing the sentence for him? I hope not, is all you can say. Haley's been standing back, giving you and Andrew space. She knows you're best friends, and as excited as she is to get her phone back, she'll give Andrew first dibs on your attention. As soon as there's a break in the conversation, though, Haley jumps in. Thanks, Andy, you were great. She has her iPhone clutched in both hands as if it would run away on its own if she let go of it again. Let's meet at the end of the school to work out the rest. To work out payment, she means. You nod and give Haley a grin as she moves away. When you turn back, Tyler Kim is standing next to Andrew. Nice job, Andy, Tyler says with a smile. A beautiful, beautiful smile. Ooh, is it Tyler Posey? I'm going to picture it's Tyler Posey. Um, Tyler's new this year. And from the moment you saw him, you've been crushing on him. Yeah, fucking knew it. Every time you try to talk to him, your mouth goes right and your brain goes blank. My brain's already fucking blank, to be honest. He's just so gorgeous. High cheekbones, tan skin, the most amazing eyes. Are you fucking going through my Tumblr likes? You never thought he even knew who you were, but now here he is, actually talking to you. Not just what's the math homework or is this the end of the line? Actually talking and actually smiling to you. That was really great what you did for Haley and Andrew too. Tyler adds, nodding over at Andrew. Everyone said you were sort of an investigator, and now I see why. You're really good at your job. Tyler glances over at a nearby table where a cluster of his friends are eating lunch. One of them lets out catch a sight of Tyler talking and quickly lets away. Tyler notices but just sweeps his hair out of his eyes and tilts his smile up a little higher. Come on over to my table. You follow Tyler's gaze back to the table. There are two empty seats there, right next to each other. One for you and one for Tyler. You'd get to sit next to Tyler, but you'd have to leave Andrew behind to do it. Um, oh my god. Stick with Andrew. He's my best friend, and he's just had a really bad scare. This is a once in a lifetime chance. I'm going to sit with Tyler. I'm sure Andrew will understand. Go over another chair. Sure, it'll make things a little squish, but I'm not going to abandon Andrew when he's just had a run in with Mr. Pierce. I want to sit with Andrew, but I want to sit with Tyler too. But if I sit with Tyler, I'll probably just spend the whole time babbling. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking get out of there, to be honest. For a second, all you can do is stare. You begin Oh, real smooth. There you go again. The minute Tyler appears, your brain goes blink. You try again. The second time around, you finally get to things, but that's all you can do. You cast a desperate look to Andrew and mouse sorry before you flee the room. Well, that could have been ended better. Still, you caught a thief, and Tyler actually talked to you, even if he couldn't talk back. It's a good day. Okay, so I'm gonna end episode one right here. Um, this is actually really fun. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it. I thought it was gonna be like a really shitty game. It was really cool. Bye.